A lot of people probably don't know that Randy was a professional baseball player. So let's talk a little bit about that. At 16, 17, you get drafted by the Baltimore Orioles, correct?
17 years old.
17 years old. Everybody, welcome back to the podcast. Sherry here. Hi, Randy.
Randy, hello.
So what was that like when you got the news that day that you got drafted by the Baltimore Orioles? I mean, was there like champagne, woohoo? Were you watching the TV like they do now? I mean, how did you find out?
I was kind of angry.
But how did you find out? I mean, did they
phone
call you?
Phone call.
Did you know they were going to call you
Yes.
that day? Okay.
Well, not that day, but I knew they were going to call me. So back in those days, there's a lot of rounds of picking guys, like went all the way to like 50, 60 rounds. And I got drafted in the 20th round, number 24. So I was pissed because I was promised I'd be drafted sooner than that. So the sooner you get drafted, the more money you make. Obviously, the longer you get drafted, the less money you make.
So you upset that you weren't drafted by the
upset.
Baltimore Orioles?
I was not the Orioles because the Orioles was a good organization.
Who did you think was going to draft you, or you didn't care?
I didn't really know. I just didn't know. I was totally leaving it all into Mr. Pointman's arms.
So
Fill it all out, do all that.
he was what, your coach?
He was my scout.
Or your scout?
Yeah, he was my scout.
Was it like in the day, like where like the teams would come to you and offer you incentives if you would sign with them?
Sure.
Did that happen for you?
Not really in that sensible way, no. I know that number one pick of ours that year was Eddie Murray, who became a Hall of Famer.
Right.
And he went in the first round, and he got, back in those days, a lot of money. It was $100 and something thousand he got. And I remember the first day he came to practice, he came with a nice brand new Cadillac, white one. I got a little bit of money, not much. My grandparents bought me a car, and that was it. And in that case, it wasn't even new, it was used. So, and they kept the rest of the money. I don't even know what happened to the money.
So you go to Baltimore, and you're a pitcher.
Mm-hmm. And third baseman.
And a third
Both,
baseman.
right.
So what happened? Why?
Well, I got drafted, and then I went to a rookie camp, which was in a part of Virginia. It's called Bluefield, West Virginia, a little mining town. And I started playing there. Beautiful, beautiful place. The ballpark was surrounded by the forest, so it's like this big old forest, and your big stadium's plunked right in the middle of it. So beautiful.
How did you end up getting kicked off? Or
Well, the first year when I got...
what do they do when they say, sorry, Randy, it's not working out?
First year went fine. First year was fine until I got hurt. Remember I snapped my knee with a horse? So that put me out for a whole year longer. So I came back after a treatment and everything, came back, and I tried. I just couldn't get it. Just couldn't get it back. So they ended up releasing me through the middle of the year, let me go. So realistically, I was with the team for 2.5 years. Played with them for maybe a year. And then I did a couple tryouts and stuff like that. I went to Dodger Stadium, had a big camp there. And I signed out of there to play with the Dodgers. Played with them for a little bit, and then I got released pretty simple from them pretty quick. It just seemed like after I had that injury, my knee was never the same.
So you eventually get
out of the game.
So you just
I started scouting. I started scouting for a while.
For who?
I coached.
For who?
I scouted for Baltimore for a while, about a year. I found out I didn't really like the traveling and all that crap that goes along with it.
So baseball was you just really didn't have a career in that?
It wasn't my thing,
What was your dream? What was the career that you wanted to have? You're 18. Do you have like any idea, 19, 20, what you wanted to do?
I had no clue what I wanted to do.
Bounce around.
There was always things I liked.
Hey,
trying to work here.
Hey.
Oh, shit. Dude, my leg. Wow, should we keep that in there? So anyway, I quit scouting and I coached for a while in high school. And we had a really good year the year we went to CI finals that year. And that turned out really good.
Do you miss baseball? Do you wish you stayed with it? in some
I
form?
miss the camaraderie and the friendships you make. I think it's the same with all sports. You know, you meet a group of guys and you start doing things together and you get close, and they're your friends forever, you know.
So not too long after you left baseball, you got married
Oh.
to Michelle.
Mm.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to mention names. To
Yeah.
your second wife, first wife.
First wife.
And you have 3 kids.
3 great kids.
And then you divorce.
Yes.
And now you're a divorced dad with 3
Yes.
kids.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And you had to deal with all that and a lot of hurt feelings and anger. How did you deal with all that?
Best for me with the kids was just to kind of follow what they were doing, stay in their world.
It was kind of hard. I mean, I know they were raised Jehovah Witness. Michelle, their mom raised them Jehovah Witness, and they don't celebrate,
Christmas
or any kind of
holidays.
holidays or birthdays.
Just anniversaries. That's it.
They just So it had to have been hard because I remember you coming over for the holidays and stuff, and all the kids were there, but your kids were never there.
Yeah.
And we never really got to know them that well because we never saw them.
No, I mean,
And-
I've tried real hard to emulate them into our life, but it was so strong back then,
It was. I remember going with Mom a few times to go see the kids. You would invite us over, and then you wouldn't be there, and we were kind of just sitting there. And Mom would be trying to talk to them and everything, but they were kind of apprehensive because they really didn't know
Yeah.
Mom or us, and it was a bad, hard situation.
It was very difficult, but
But not to be mean, but I'm your sister and I was there. It's like you weren't around.
I wasn't around. I made a lot of bad choices when I was younger.
Yeah, so you could have brought the kids around. We didn't know where they were half the time.
Yeah.
And then at one point you got married to somebody, and I remember going to their house. That's what I'm talking about. And nobody was there except the kids. Nobody was there. It was like, where's Randy? And you're just like, oh, well, I'll be on my way. And,
I was at the bar. So you guys, people have to understand that it's just, I went through a really hard time with alcoholism in my life. And alcohol controlled my life. And it made me make a lot of bad decisions in my life. And
well, the decision was you chose alcohol.
I chose alcohol
else.
over my kids sometimes. Not all the time, but most of the time.
Your friends and alcohol.
Yeah, I did. That's the strength of alcohol. It ran my mind and my lifestyle and everything. And, but a little while after that, even right before I quit drinking and smoking actually, I kind of got it together on my own.
Well, let's get back to how you ended up. Do you feel that your relationship with your children are better now?
Oh yeah, I think it's much better now.
You guys talked.
Yeah.
Obviously, you think there was healing involved, or it's still going on?
I still think there's things to improve on. But we're a lot better now than we were 20 years ago. I met Connie. She changed even more of my life around to where it was better for everyone. I quit drinking. I've been sober 10 years now. So that's made a big difference in our lives with everybody.
Well, I know you were a big person back then. You used to talk about it all the time, how you wanted a family.
Mm-hmm.
And when that didn't happen or actually fell apart, did that affect you in a lot of ways, or did you think you could still fix it?
Well, most of my life was emulating myself into their lifestyle. Going to their meetings, going to their big, things they had going on. I'd do Bible studies with them, just to be part of it.
You're talking about the church that they're in.
But it made me not in the church, but part of it because they are. So I emulated myself into that to where they felt good I was there, and I was getting brownie points for doing that. And what helped me through that was at the end of all this, like now, they appreciated that. They knew that. Like I said, it's been about 30 years, and in that 30 years, it's become a lot better.
Okay, so now you're here. You're retired now, pretty much. And obviously you have health issues, arthritis, pains in your back, the pulmonary hypertension. How are you going to make your life better?
Well, you and me have been discussing this for the past 6 months about changing all my doctors over here. And I was very hesitant because I'm so used to the doctors I've had since this thing started. So finally, I left work for a while, and started getting all my doctors over this way to make it easier on all of us and me, and maybe find out.
Well, I truly believe that Randy's being not so much misdiagnosed, but he's being over medicated, I believe.
Yeah.
And because nobody seems to know what the right hand is and the left hand are doing.
Yeah.
So I think just fresh eyes it's gonna help. And hopefully you this time will listen and suck it up and do what they tell you to do, even though you don't want to.
I think you're right. I think I need to see new people get better outlook on what's going on. And like you said, maybe there's pills I shouldn't be taking, period, anymore. So, so I'm actually looking forward to getting that taken care of. I think that'll help a lot too.
So how's doing this channel done, YouTube?
I love doing all this. It's an escape. It's fun. It's we get to talk freely about what we.
For me, it's a big creative thing. What is it for you?
It's creative too.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm not really good creative wise. You are. My kids are. I'm starting to understand.
You need to have more patience, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Patience has never been my virtue.
We don't do things in one take. We do them, especially the shorts. There's a lot of takes involved.
Yeah.
And half the time I'm still not happy with it. But
Yeah.
I know I'm not going to get any more out of Randy. But he gets...
I try.
He gets very irritated because we got to do it again. It's my fault. Some of it's his fault.
Yeah.
Some of it's mechanical error, whatever. But that's just the nature
It's just
of
hard
it.
because when you got to stand a lot and do all these, and it starts hurting my back and just all that crap. But I love it. I love doing it, and we're going to keep on doing it. And I'm hoping someday we'll finally get noticed, and everybody will love us, and have this something that we have together.
Such a dreamer.
So we're going to cut this off since we bored you to death. But for me, I want to thank you for joining us and letting us bore you today. You guys all take care. And my sister, I'm sure she's got her famous way to say goodbye. Give it to him.
Do you know what it is, Randy? He forgot already.
I don't remember.
We say it every
time.
and he doesn't remember.
I still don't remember it. I don't know why I'm so bad at that.
Always remember to embrace your voice. Appreciate you all for listening. Thank you. Have a good week. See you next time.
There you go. Love you guys. Take care.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us for a bit. If this felt like your kind of conversation, go ahead and subscribe and follow. We'd love to have you back.